Hi everyone, I'm Igal, and it's great to see you again. Today I'm going to share with you two stories. The first story is about Parashat Devarim. The second story is about our fasting day of Tisha B'Av that we're going to have straight after Shabbat. The first story is about Parashat Devarim. Parashat Devarim is not only the first parsha of the last book of the Torah, it's also the first parsha of the book called Sefer Devarim. So what are we learning from this parsha? Moshe Rabbeinu is standing in front of Bnei Israel and he's sharing with them all the bad things that they have done in the last years. For example, he's telling them, do you remember that I sent 12 spies to Israel and 10 of them came back and spoke badly about Israel? Wow, that's a bad thing to do. As well, he reminded them, do you remember I went up from Har Sinai to the sky to Hashem and I waited for the 10 commandments, and what did you do? You didn't have any patience and you did a golden calf. Again, a bad thing to do. And he reminded them, do you remember when you got man, the food from the sky that Hashem gave you, and instead of being grateful, you just complained and you said, I want to have meat, I want to have different food. But in the same time that Moshe said, remind them all about these bad things, he also told them, although you did all of that, Hashem still loves you. Hashem has so much hope for you. Why did Moshe also spoke about the bad things and also spoke about the good things? So maybe you will understand it after the story I'm going to share with you. So many years ago, there was a guy, and this guy was called Shmulik. And Shmulik was a very grumpy guy. Every day he woke up and he always complained. Oh, I had a bad day. Oh, I didn't have so much to do. Oh, this person annoyed me. Oh, I missed the bus. Every day he was just grumpy. Everybody called him Shmulik, the grumpy guy. Every day Shmulik went to the bus station to wait for the bus to take him to work. One day, as every morning, he is waiting for the bus, sitting down in the bus station, and suddenly he sees an old man. The old man looks at him and he says, "Hi, how are you?" Shmulik the grumpy looks at him and says, "Oh, okay, well, you know." He says, "What do you mean, you know? I don't know, tell me." So Shmulik said, "Well, I didn't sleep so good. This person annoyed me in work. I didn't have such a good day yesterday." So the old man looked at him with a big smile and he said, "You know what? I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful day today." Shmulik the grumpy looked at him and said, "Oh, you know," looked at him, "Okay, whatever you say." He went on the bus and went to work. The day after, again, he went to the bus station, waited for the bus, and who does he see? The old man. Again, the old man says to him, "How are you?" You know, again, I didn't sleep so well, this person annoyed me. Oh, again, very grumpy. So the old man looked at him, "Don't worry, I'm sure everything will be fine. Just be positive." The Shmulik, the grumpy, looked at him and thought to himself, "That's a strange old man, always have good things to tell me. Okay." He went on the bus and he was thinking about what the old man said. Maybe I won't be so grumpy today, oh, I don't know. The day after he came back and he saw again the old man. So the old man asked him, "How are you doing today?" "Well, half grumpy, half happy. I still didn't sleep so well, but not so many people annoy me from work." Well, the old man looked at him with a big smile and he said, "Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day and a much better day than yesterday." So Shmulik, the grumpy, went on the bus and went to work. The day after, he was going to the bus station and he was looking for the old man, but he couldn't find him. Oh, he was so sad. I won't have, as every morning, a conversation with the old man. So he went to work and couldn't stop thinking, where was the old man? The day after, he went again to the bus station. He was looking for the old man. He could not find him. He went to work, and then he was thinking, tomorrow I would look and see where is he. Maybe I can find him. So the day after, he went to the bus station and he asked people around, do you know where lives this old man? And they told him, yeah, he lives in the second floor of this building. So after work, Shmulik went to the second floor and he knocked on the door. He knocked on the door and an old woman opened the door. And Shmulik the grumpy said, excuse me, do you know where the old man who was going to the bus station every day, do you know where he lives? She said, yeah, he's here, but he's lying down because he doesn't feel so good. Oh, is it possible for me just to say hello to him? Sure. So she invited him in. He came into the room where the old man was lying down. The old man looked at him and he was so surprised to see Shmulik. He stood up and he said, Shmulik, what are you doing here? So Shmulik said, I was looking for you as every morning, but you weren't there. I wanted to see how you're doing. So he said, the old man, oh, I don't feel so good. I have a cold. I don't know, I don't feel so happy. So Shmulik looked at him with a big smile and said, don't worry. I'm sure tomorrow will be a wonderful day and you'll feel much better. So Shmulik said goodbye and he left. A few days after, Shmulik went to the bus station, and who does he see there? The old man. And the old man was so happy to see Shmulik with a big smile, and he hugged Shmulik. And Shmulik did not understand. Nobody hugged him before. He asked him, why are you hugging me? So the old man said to Shmulik, Shmulik, before you came to me, I was so sad. I thought, oh, why is this happening to me? I have a cold, I'm sick, I can't see anyone. But when you came and you told me everything will be fine, I'm sure about it, I just decided I'm going to be fine. And I had so much joy. So thank you so much for coming and visit me. And most importantly, that you told me that everything will be fine. Shmulik said goodbye. He sat in the bus and he felt something inside of him that he never felt before. And you know what it was? Joy. He was happy. And then he thought to himself, and he understood that instead of being grumpy all day, he can be positive. And by saying to the old man that everything will be good, and he truly believed in that, he knew that it was actually going to be like that it's going to be a beautiful and a nice day. And it's not worth it to be grumpy and accuse other people. From that day long, Shmulik was not called anymore Shmulik the Grumpy. He was called Shmulik the best day ever, because Shmulik every day came to people and he asked people, how is your day? And he told them, don't worry, it's going to be your best day ever. And he gave so much joy to everyone. Now, what can we learn, kids, about this story? We can learn that although he was grumpy, Shmulik, and he wasn't happy, and he was complaining, with a little bit of hope of someone else telling you, don't worry, don't be so grumpy, everything will be fine, you can actually change yourself and be positive. And that's what Moshe did to the people of Israel. He told them, yes, you broke a few laws, you weren't okay, but don't worry. If you believe it yourself, you can be much better. And that's what he wanted to say, that Hashem always believed in us, that we can be better people. So that kid was the first story of today. The second story is about Tisha B'Av. You know, Tisha B'Av is a sad day. We need to fast for the whole day. For what? Because we remember that the temple, the first temple and the second temple, was destroyed. Why was it destroyed? Because sinat chinam, because free hate. People just hated people, and people treated each other not in a good way. So let me tell you a story. Why did Tisha B'Av happen, and why are we fasting? And how can we prevent another temple, Bezrat Hashem, where another temple will be rebuilt, and prevent that to be destroyed? So this story is called Kamsa and Bar Kamsa. Now, there was a very rich Jewish person many years ago, in the temple time. And that rich person loved a person called Kamsa and absolutely hated a person called Bar Kamsa. So he called his servant and he said to him, I'm going to have a big dinner with all my friends, and I want you to go and invite Kamsa. Do not invite Bar Kamsa. So the servant looked at him, no problem. And he went to the city to find where Kamsa lives. And he came to a building and he see on the sign of the door, one door said Kamsa and the other door said Bar Kamsa. And he was thinking to himself, what did the rich person say? Did he say not to invite Kamsa or not to invite Bar Kamsa? He didn't remember. And then he said, okay, I think it was Bar Kamsa. So I'll go and invite Bar Kamsa. I should invite Bar Kamsa and not Kamsa. Oh, that was a big mistake. You remember, the rich person told him only to invite Kamsa. So he knocked on the door on the Bar Kamsa and he said to him, this rich person wants to invite you. Really? Wow, he thought to himself, Bar Kamsa, I thought he was my enemy. He didn't like me. Maybe he wants to have some peace with me. I'm so happy. So Bar Kamsa put his fine clothes. He was so happy and he went to the big dinner. Sitting down with so many people and having beautiful food. Suddenly the rich person came into the big hall, and who does he see? Bar Kamsa. Oh, he was so angry. I can't believe it. Why is Bar Kamsa here? I told my servant to only invite Kamsa. So he came to Bar Kamsa and he tells him, what are you doing here? I didn't invite you. You need to go away. So Bar Kamsa looked at him and said, well, I was invited from your servant. So the rich person told him, that was a mistake. He was supposed to invite Kamsa, not Bar Kamsa, not you. I hate you. I don't like you. So Bar Kamsa said to him, look, I'm here now. Don't embarrass me in front of all my friends and everyone. Let me finish eating and I'll go. And what did the rich man person said? No, I don't want to have you one more minute here. I want you to go away. Oh, the Bar Kamsa was so sad. He stood up, everybody was looking at him, and he went out. He was so ashamed. He couldn't believe how the rich person insulted him. So Bar Kamsa wanted to have revenge of the rich person, the Jewish people. So he went to the empire, to the Rome Empire in that time in Israel, and he said to him, you know, he lied. He said, the Jews want to have a fight against you. They want to rebel. So the empire, the Rome Empire said, oh no, I need to do something about it. What should I do? He destroyed the temple, the holiest place of the Jewish people. You see, kids, only because someone hated another person for no really a reason and embarrassed him in front of everyone, this hate brought for such a bad thing as the temple was destroyed. So I want to tell you, everyone, if you don't like someone, don't do it. Just think about the good things about that person. Remember, sinat chinam, free hate, can destroy the most precious things you have. So everyone, I want you to have a wonderful and beautiful Shabbat, and those who are fasting have an easy fast, and hope to see you again very soon. Goodbye, everyone.